I love you and they want you to stay a while.
No.
They
No.
just want,
No.
they want you to stay a while.
No.
Oh, this is hard.
I know it is now.
I don't think I can
Here,
take her.
yes.
I just take her back home.
No, we're going to put Donna, you cannot care for Donna anymore.
Hey special family, welcome back to another Fair Use reaction video. In today's video we'll be discussing autism, and it's about a 92-year-old mom who has to put her, I think her daughter's 54 or 44-year-old disabled daughter, in a nursing home, because more like assisted living, I think, because she's too old to care for her and she can't handle taking care of her. But the mom is having a very hard time doing this, like any mom would. Let's take a look at the video.
I love you and they want you to stay a while.
No.
They just
No.
want,
No.
they want you to stay a while.
No.
Oh, this is hard.
I know it is now.
I don't think I can
Here,
take her.
yes.
I just take her back home.
No, we're going to put Donna, you cannot care for Donna anymore.
I can take her.
No, we're gonna go.
Let's just take her home.
No, we're not going to.
I don't want to. I don't want to. Y'all are making it harder on me.
You are making it harder.
I just have to get in the car and come back up.
Why? What good is it gonna do? It won't help Donna.
Y'all don't know how hard this is.
Yes, we do. That's why we're all here.
Y'all are just trying to make me do this. Well, it's too bad. I never dreamed I'd be going through this.
Sometimes we as parents have to make the hard decision when to decide to put our kids in a group home or assisted living, because we don't want to be too old to where we can't handle it, and then it's even harder for the child because now they're used to a certain structure and now you're changing their environment as an adult for a life that and a routine they've had for years. I don't ever want to be in that situation. I'm making it my mission to have this done before I get to a point where I can't, or I pass and there's nothing in place for my son. It is not an easy decision, I get that, but who is it benefiting? Is it benefiting the child? You not making sure that their path is set in the event you were to pass? It's not. I don't think it's benefiting the child. If we're gonna work in the interest of the child, I feel like that should be priority of the list too, to make sure that housing situation is taken care of in case of something happening to you, especially if you as parent are getting up there in age. I know you want to do what's best for your child, and I know you want to keep them home, but are you setting them up for failure, or is this a good choice? Let's look at some more stories where people had to make that decision.
Have any other special needs moms or parents seen this article that was in the Daily News a couple days ago about this mother who was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and she was the sole caretaker and provider for her 50-year-old son who has cerebral palsy and epilepsy. Her husband that's in this picture above, he had passed away 2 years ago prior from cancer, and Shirley, the mom, had been suffering and dealing with depression. Of course, most of us special needs parents, we deal with that. It's a lot. But 2 days after receiving her terminal cancer diagnosis, it was found that she had taken the life of her son and herself. Most people who are not special needs parents would not understand why she did what she did. I don't condone and excuse or think Honestly, I don't judge this woman because the special needs parent, we are forever caretakers for myself. I have a daughter who's 8 with cerebral palsy. She has epilepsy as well. She's wheelchair bound and she's completely dependent on my husband and I. I will be a forever caretaker. She's my forever baby. It's so important to have more stories like this brought out to the attention of others. Special needs parents, there's not a lot of support and resources for us. There are some for our children, but even not for our children, not enough, which means definitely not enough for us. And this poor woman knew that no one's going to take care of her child the way that she knows he deserves to be taken care of. The messages that I get and comments are from people that are stressing constantly about what's going to happen when I'm not here. Well, who's going to take care of my child? Are they going to abuse them? Are they going to love them? Are they going to know how to take care of them and feed them properly? And all of those things that run through our minds. This is why having an online platform like this is so important, because just knowing that you can reach out to somebody when you're having a hard day, or to get resources, or to just have some type of emotional support. This poor woman felt alone and she didn't know who else to turn to or what else to do. And so she made a decision, taking matters into her own hands. I'm curious what all of my other special needs parents, mamas, guys think about this. And this is a very safe place, a judgment-free zone. My heart goes out to this wonderful woman. Her name was Shirley Nunn and her son, Stephen. I would love to hear your thoughts, and I'm just sending everyone so much love, and no one ever wants to be put in a position like that. I'm sending them the Bible.
Kent can't walk unassisted and has very limited verbal skills.
Oh, Kent, what are you up to now?
And for the past 51 years, it's been his parents, Ron and Virginia, caring for him in rural Wisconsin.
Did you think you would still be in this caregiving position at your age?
Absolutely not. I didn't think I'd be.
Well, I didn't know who else was going to do it. I always said, 70s, that's about it. You get to be 80, it's over. Well, then you get to be 80 and you say, well, maybe 90, it'll be over.
Both 85, the Sockwells are not alone among people their age caring for someone with an intellectual or developmental disability. In fact, there are estimates that between 800,000 and 1 million Americans over 60 are providing such care for a loved one. And many are not prepared for the day they can no longer do it.
And so it's important to get ahead of that crisis and help families to think about what happens next when I can't provide that care.
It's Kent's parents who do the bulk of the work. They bathe him, dress him, and feed him daily. But a question looms over the daily routine. Who will do this after they're gone?
Where would you place where you folks are now in terms of preparation?
I would say the very beginning.
Yeah.
We've been looking, we've been thinking a lot about it, but I guess we don't know where to go.
How did we come to the decision to put Spencer in a group home? There is nobody in our family around Spencer's age or younger who would be able to take care of him full time after my husband and I die. We didn't make the decision to put Spencer in a group home. We actually made the decision to put Spencer on a waiting list for a group home when he was 11 years old. It took 7 years on a waiting list before there was an available and acceptable group home that he could go into at 18. If you are in the same position as we are and you decide to wait until you're too old to take care of your child, and your child is now in their 30s or 40s, it is extremely traumatic for a person with profound autism to go into a group home that late in life after being at home for 30 or 40 years.
Are worried about aging themselves and they have children that are special needs. There's a large...
You should go back and watch Jenny's video. It's really an interesting dilemma, because what are senior citizens supposed to do if they have adult children with special needs? I get this call at least once a year, every single year, and it's typically a mother who is hanging on for dear life. She's in her 90s and she has been caring for her adult child who has Down syndrome. The complexity of this placement is that the adult child typically is not old enough to be in elderly care, right? To be in a residential care facility for the elderly. And the mother is of advanced age. She doesn't belong in an adult care home setting either. So a waiver can be applied through the Department of Public Health for that community. But most of these communities are not going to want to apply for that, because that person with that special need does not blend with the community. And so for those reasons, I have never been successful in this area. I think that we need to come up with creative solutions. If you are a parent of somebody, of a child with autism or Down syndrome, have you given any thought to what will be your aging plan? Maybe we'll start seeing multi-generational living amongst those with special needs and their parents and caretakers that have a lot of heart. So I would love to hear from you. This is a conversation and something that needs solving. So leave a comment. What do you think? And if you're a parent of a child with special needs, how are you preparing for not only your future, but their future? I think others would benefit from you commenting.
Hi, my name is Shamika Cherry Jackson, and I am a licensed clinical social worker. So I wanted to, this is part 2 to my previous post about perpetual parenting, and I just wanted to dialogue about it just a little bit more. So think about as a new parent, you have the energy, you have the drive and stamina to take care of a baby. So that means you're getting up in the middle of the night, you're feeding, you eventually get, you're doing diaper duty. Eventually, you're getting them potty trained, they're starting to walk, become more independent. So think about it from a standpoint of, even though during those seasons of parenting, you might experience some frustration. So let's say, you got to go to work tomorrow early in the morning and you can't get this baby to stop crying. You got to get up and change another diaper or whatever, and you're nudging your spouse, hey, it's your turn, you got to go and handle this. But in all reality, in the back of your mind, this season will end. This will not go on forever. Eventually, they will get potty trained. Eventually, they will start walking on their own. Eventually, they'll become more independent, and you'll be able to do some things, if you will, outside of caregiving, providing, taking care of a little baby. But imagine if you were doing those things in and out of season, if you will, meaning that season does not end for you. And every child with special health needs has their own, different set of challenges and stuff like that. But let's say that you're in your child has, varying disabilities where you're in a season, you're constantly, it's doctor's appointments, medical appointments. I mean, speech therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy, non-traditional therapy. So that's consuming a lot of your day. You're still doing diapers 5, 6, 7 and continuing, and there does not seem to be an end in sight. So as a parent, when you think about, you're going through elder task as well. Your body is changing. If you're a woman in your 30s, 40s, are you coming up on premenopausal things? Are you vitamin deficiency? Those types of things. Your body is changing as well, just as your child's body is changing and growing and developing, but you're still in caregiving mode. So that's just a little further on perpetual parenting.
So since I'm a case manager, I want a case manager. A lot of people with elderly and disabled parents or just disabled individuals in their house have so much trouble trying to find services for them. And there's all these different waivers, and you don't have case managers telling you this stuff. A lot of people don't even know this stuff is available to them. So they have something called an E&D Medicaid waiver program, and it helps people with disabilities and elderly live in their homes. So if you have somebody living in your home and you're like, we are this close to having to put them in a nursing home, you might want to look into it. And this is the thing. These are only Alabama guidelines. Every state has different guidelines, and I hate that because it should be federal, but it's in Alabama, you have to be on full Medicaid. Okay. A lot of states you don't have to be on full Medicaid. But they get you case management, homemaker services, personal care services, adult haze, respite, companion services. You get meals sent to your house. They send a pest control person out to your house, and you get a bunch of medical supplies that you wouldn't get with other things. You're going to have to go into Google and type in E&D Medicaid waiver and then the name of your state. A lot of times you're going to have to look at all the waivers. Some waivers you don't even need to be on Medicaid to get. They still call it a Medicaid waiver. Hopefully this helps somebody. TikTok doesn't find me useful, so hopefully y'all share my content because I definitely don't go into the algorithm.
I have a warning for you. If you're a caregiver for a family member or a friend and you wake up in the morning and you're very resentful towards that person, feel super stressed out, overwhelmed, ton of anxiety, and you think, you know, I probably shouldn't feel this way, this person's doing the best they can, but this and this frustrate me about them, and you still have to take care of them. I'm just gonna push those feelings down and get through it. Don't do it, because you will quickly learn that those feelings are going to come out one way or the other, and it's probably not going to be the way you want it to come out. It might be end up where you end up getting in a fight with this person or somebody else, and just, you know, taking all that on somebody else that really doesn't deserve it. So instead of feeling guilty about having those feelings, just acknowledge them. There's nothing wrong with those feelings at all. Don't judge yourself about it, but talk to somebody, whether it's a friend or anybody, a counselor, anybody, to just kind of vent those feelings and get them off your chest, so you're not carrying that heavy emotional load with you every day. And by the way, who the hell am I and why should you listen to me? My name is Christy, and I'm an occupational therapist with 25 years of experience, specializing in helping people, if they can, age at home as long and safely as possible.
There is this thing called the elderly disabled waiver, but if the parents don't know about it because they're already elderly, it's because they don't have a case manager. So when you have Medicaid, make sure to ask for a case manager. Make sure you have a case manager, because that should help guide you and make things easier for you as the parent. And trust and believe. This is not an easy road, and I know attachment plays a big role. But there's also another term that I heard someone use. It's called reparenting. I think she said it was reparenting. I have to look it up. But I think she said it was perpetual parenting, because you already parent and now you're parenting an adult. So they call it perpetual parenting, because as the child gets older, they change certain behavior, certain things, and then the parent is like starting anew in the older life. But let me know in the comment section below resources that elderly parents can use and take advantage of, because a lot of them, they're not on social media, they're not online trying to find resources like that. Some don't even know how computers work, so some just know how to watch videos. So if they can accidentally fall on this video and can use some of our researches, why don't we put it in the comment section below where they can learn something that will benefit them and their kids at this age. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.